Well, I'm putting the exhaust pipe on my El Camino here. And actually, this originally was a 305. It's got a 350 in it. So I got the 350 exhaust pipe, but I actually have the 305 muffler. Actually, the way this works is it's a slightly bigger inlet on a 350 with two outlets. So it's a single exhaust with one catalytic converter, but there's an outlet going out from one side on each side. But I'm going to put the old 305 exhaust on there, the 305 catalytic converter, which is used. But you see, this doesn't fit into that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a length of pipe off of there, go over the outside and double clamp it, and kind of like a band-aid, because there's nothing wrong with that muffler, there's nothing wrong with that tailpipe. That's just how it is. So anyway, well, we'll see how this works. We're just going to cut off a piece of this. I'll probably have to do some, well, thing is, I don't feel like throwing this away. You know, mufflers and tailpipes are cheap, but then I got to put, I don't know, it just rusts out anyway. So the other thing is, sometimes I used to go in the dirt, and you'll see what I was talking about with how I have the catalytic converter strapped up, so you don't knock it off, because I knocked that damn thing off a couple times. I replaced the Y pipe before by cracking it on taking this thing through the dirt. So anyway, we're just going to do a quick and dirty makeshift type stuff, and you know, when the other stuff rusts away, this rusts away, I'll replace it with a 350 stuff, and I'll just wait for this stuff to rust away before I replace it. If it's good, I'm going to reuse it. That's how it is. Well, considering that the parts store didn't have the right size pipe, I had to get one that was slightly bigger. So what I did was I just made a little notch in here. Well, I cut it like that. So when I clamp this together, it'll squeeze tight, and this will be butted up against the other one, and it'll be almost leak-free, almost 100% leak-free. So, but actually that'll be a pretty damn strong joint. So we're going on from the muffler to that, and then when the muffler rusts out, I'll just, you know, it'll be easy to take off because this will not be pressed inside the other one. You know, that's one advantage. So I'll use this until this rusts away, whenever the hell it takes. Probably take a year or so. No use throwing it away, you know. Otherwise I'll keep it or I throw it away. That's the way I look at it. You know, waste not, want not. I could spend money on other things if I want. So, you know, it's like, in other words, those parts would cost, I don't know, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 bucks or more, and plus clamps or whatever the hell it is. You know, you could buy, I don't know, maybe it's 100 bucks. So why throw that money away? That's the way I look at it. And if you have any brains, when you're working on cars, you could be smart about it, you know, or you could be nickel-dimed about it. Waste not, want not. It's a principle. So anyway, this pipe was like, I don't know, $7. I can make my existing catalytic converter work, and I can make my existing stuff work here. And I'm going to make some hangers out of tires, some old tires over here for the what do you call it here? So for the muffler and the tailpipe. Okay, on this deal I made some, actually cut them out of the tire sidewall myself, some straps, which will go like that, like this, you know. And we got some stainless steel bolts, and we made some a strap over here too for this. We'll drill this out. But before, what I'm actually going to do though is I'm going to basically overkill this thing a little bit with some paint too. Make sure these brackets rust out. And the reason I'm going to use stainless steel on this, because the next time these straps break, I'll just cut up an old tire, unbolt the stainless steel bolts that are through here, and go ahead and just put in new rubber. That's all. So, you know, the hardest thing about taking this thing off is sometimes these damn bolts get rusty. So anyway, going along here, and make do with the old parts. Okay, I got a little adapter to go in the end of the 350 exhaust piece. I'm bolting this onto a 305 catalytic converter. This engine originally was a 305. I really should change the whole thing, but you know, I think the catalytic converter will get clogged up until such time as I put an HHO, and I'm also mulling over the idea of putting a diesel in here. So I don't even know if I'd be wind up changing this whole stupid thing all over again, if that happens. And here's the adapter for the muffler. So I made something with where this will go inside the pipe. The pipe over here will go inside that. So this way I don't have to buy a muffler, tailpipe, and tailpipe. Just made some adapters, don't need to buy a catalytic converter. I just got this long pipe for 28 bucks delivered. I can't believe it was that cheap. And it may not be perfectly quiet, but it's going to quiet it down a lot, and it may be pretty damn quiet though. It'll probably be just about leak free. It's better than open exhaust. And here's the hangers. Nice big thick hangers. Made these out of the tires, stainless steel bolts on there. Here's the other one. This one gets bolted up into the frame. Nice big stainless steel bolt on there. So if the hangers break, I can take them out real easy. No problem dealing with rusty bolts. Well, that's the old pipe. Got it down and cut that off with the cutoff wheel. So should have had a sawzall. It'd been a little easier to get in there, but I don't have a sawzall. I just got a cutoff wheel. I should get a sawzall, but anyway. Next is just to slip the other pipe on, and hopefully it'll just bolt up nice and neat. We'll see. It's kind of makeshift garbage, so we'll see how it bolts up nice and neat or not. Well, I had to have the jack stands up on full height on all corners, basically to get this thing up around the axle. So it just barely fit. You know, it's a lot easier if you got this on a lift. So now we'll start. You know, they're up. All the jack stands are up full height, so that's the only way I can get it up there. It just barely fit. I was thinking, man, I don't know how much higher I can get this thing. It's a long pipe. So anyway, now I'll start bolting the clamps on over here, get it up in the air, get it out of the way, and get it all buttoned up. And it's not going to be 100% leak free, but actually with a couple welds on it, it would be. So maybe that's what I'll do later on. But it's going to be 100 times better than open exhaust. Well, this is what we got. Actually, this is a like a patch panel, I wish you want to call it, between the muffler and the exhaust pipe. But it's going to be very, very easy to take off this muffler if this rusts out. But you can see it's no rust on it at all. So, and we got extra heavy-duty clamps up there on the top. A lot stronger than the original. If the rubber ever breaks, you just cut out a tire. Stainless steel bolts holding that in. Same thing on this side. All stainless steel bolts holding that in. And there's, you know, I painted with special rust killing primer and stuff too. So it should be pretty damn solid. As far as over here by the catalytic converter, I have an extra hanger. That's not the actual stock factory hanger. As usual, I have the double clamps in the front with a clamp over to the Y, and there is, you can see here, there's a strap going from the one clamp by the Y back to the other clamps. So in other words, if this catalytic converter gets smacked on the bottom, it's not going to pull off. Then we got the clamp down there. So I don't think it's 100% leak free, but it's probably, I'm sure, quieted down a hell of a lot more from open exhaust. So but I'll be changing out this catalytic converter and a Y pipe probably when I put HHO, but I'm also starting to think about putting a diesel in this, but I'm not too sure, because I get 30 miles to the gallon with a diesel, and I can run vegetable oil. Ooh, then I'll be using this damn thing every day, but we shall see. Well, I started it up. It is a lot quieter. It's got a little leak up by the mainly by the heat riser up by the exhaust manifold, but otherwise it's fairly quiet. It's fairly quiet. You can hear it up by the exhaust manifold, but it's You know, it's kind of cold right now, but yeah, the exhaust system itself is pretty tight. So anyway, didn't turn out too bad. I don't know, it was like 50-60 bucks for the whole damn thing. Not too bad. Pretty much everything brand new, extra clamps, stainless steel, extra strong hangers. So what the hell, took a lot more time though. But I'm not sure, you know, I don't know, it's an idea maybe for next year, diesel engine. That'll be the ticket, man. 30 miles to the gallon El Camino. But then again, people will be going, why are you putting a diesel in El Camino? I don't know. But we'll see. Actually, as it warms up, the heat riser don't even sound that bad. So the main reason I was considering doing this is I don't care about having the open exhaust, but if you go up north, you don't want to get asphyxiated while you're driving with the heat on, the windows rolled up. So that should be pretty good, where it's not going to get too much carbon monoxide in the car, you know, especially while you're traveling down the road. So not too bad.